Julian, you've won races before, big races, but 125 kilometers breakaway, only 2 men. Is that something new for you? And did you plan that? Did you plan those kilometers?
No. I didn't plan it. I was expecting a big group. To be in a breakaway. And I think first I have to thank my teammates who really control perfectly the first 60K. And yes, after I was really focused to be in the front.
How was the cooperation with Mirko Maestri?
Yeah, we went first on a big group and then with Mirko Maestri together. I say, yeah, we go, and he really deserved also to win today. It was amazing. We collaborate super well, and yeah.
You dropped him in the last climb. At that point, did you think you would win the race?
Yes, I believe on it, but until the last kilometer, I have to keep pushing full gas because I hear Narvaez was close behind me, and yeah, it was my dream to win a stage on the Giro, and I did it. I'm really happy.
One last word in French. C'est une victoire qui vient de loin, en nombre de kilomètres, mais aussi, ça faisait longtemps. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
C'est une victoire qui fait énormément du bien, une victoire importante pour moi. Et ouais, je pense à ma femme, à mon fils, qui m'ont beaucoup soutenu ces derniers temps et depuis toujours. Et aussi merci à toute mon équipe qui a aujourd'hui super bien contrôlé le début de l'étape. Et je leur avais dit que c'était une étape que j'avais cochée. Ouais, je suis vraiment content d'être arrivé. Merci.
Absolutely loved that. Paying compliments to his partner and his son, keeping him going through this tough time. And look at that, the stage results on stage 12. Narvaez was second in the end, 31 seconds back ahead of Hermans, Valgren, Scaroni, Trentin, Simon Clark. We saw both of those riders going to congratulate Julian Alaphilippe on the finish line. Liam Reiser, Mirko Maestri made it into the top 10 after being out front pretty much all day long, and then Benjamin Thomas.
Yeah, well, big credit to Maestri, but you know that they say it's a fine line between insanity and genius, and Julian Alaphilippe has managed to tiptoe on the genius side all afternoon, and as it's about having ideas and the creativity to do something that nobody else would think of or could pull off, and that is Julian Alaphilippe.
Yeah, I love that. They say that the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, but he's done it, hasn't he? And he got the result that he wanted.
Still try it. Still try it. We should really give a lot of credit to Maestri, though. I mean, he's not the double former world champion. Yeah. He's not a monument winner. He's a guy that does go up a lot of the time in breakaways up the road, but the smaller breakaways, the ones that are on sprint days where they know it's going to get brought back before the finish, he's literally just there getting his sponsors on TV. He went toe-to-toe with Alaphilippe, and he would have been expecting to be dropped in that last climb. We were all expecting it as well. But nevertheless, to even get to that point over the undulating roads, pulling pretty much 50-50, I would say, with Alaphilippe over the flat road at that kind of speed, you've got to tip your hat to him. That must have been one of his best days physiologically ever on a bike, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. And I love that you've given credit to that, because so often we look at who's finished first and we spend the entire time talking about them. They get the headlines, they get the write-up. And it's easy to forget the footnote in the stage, which was pretty much the entirety of the stage.
It was a real shame that he couldn't finish second. It would have been lovely to see that, because in his own mind, he would have been thinking, if I can just get second on this kind of stage that everyone's going to remember behind a champion like Alaphilippe, I'll take that.
You imagine
still top 10, but not quite the same as had he
going through his head as well. We saw on the climbs with Julian that Julian would back off a little bit, wait for him. Julian needed him today as well. But in the back of his head, knowing that someone was waiting for you, then still equally give him those turns as well. I think that's ultimate respect for Julian Alaphilippe, because he could have just said, look, mate, I'm running out of energy, I can't do this anymore, make him do more turns. But he didn't. He just pulled toe-to-toe with him. I think that's ultimate respect to Julian as well, that he had the help from someone like that.
And speaking of respect, Adam, you referenced this right at the very start when we were talking about Julian Alaphilippe, the support from his teammates. And it would have been really easy to stick your finger in the air, get a gauge of the wind when Patrick Lefevre, all of their boss, of course, was speaking very publicly against Julian Alaphilippe and thinking, OK, the guy's had his day, he's on his way out, let's regroup on the boss's side and pick a side. they've clearly stuck by their man, and he is delighted to share this win with them.
Even in the background, Tim Merlier is smiling more now than he was after his own stage victory.
Yeah, beautiful.
Definitely more than yesterday.
Yeah.